There was a moment when you actually said you gave up. Surrender is an outcome far worse than defeat. Wipe that smile off your face! Stopping Black, is that your only goal? You think it ends there? Think about the next threat, in a year, or 5 or 10, or think about your pride! If Saiyan blood flows in your veins, if you're my son as you claim, then I won't tolerate you losing to anyone! You'll be the best, or you'll be nothing!
Get a hold of yourself! Stop crying and running away! Doing that isn't going to get you anywhere!
I hate myself more than anyone else. I always try to get my act together, but I just end up running away or cowering in fear. I'm pathetic. I want to change. I want to be a capable individual.
Do you know what the process of forging a sword is? When making a sword, you hammer and hammer to get rid of impurities and anything else you don't need. The greater the purity of the blade, the more durable it becomes. Mastering even one is cause for celebration. You can only do one thing. Hone it to perfection. Work on refining it to its utmost potential. Zenitsu. Perfect it. It's all right to cry, or go off by yourself. Just don't ever give up. Believe in yourself. You endured all that hellish training. You'll be rewarded for that without question. Work to forge yourself like a tempered blade and become the most resilient of all. Focus on what you do best.
We all have something amazing inside of us. Even if we don't see it ourselves, it's there.
Don't ever give up!
Don't ever give up. Even if it's painful, even if it's agonizing. Don't try to take the easy way out.
How could I have forgotten that survival of the fittest in this world? This world filled with violence, deception, and betrayal. How could I? That's right. I got numb to it. Careless, overconfident, delusional. Thanks for the reminder. The weak always lose no matter what. That's the way it is.
I'll never be a hero. I'm just an ordinary guy, and I've reached my damn limits!
Your limit? Who decides what your limit is? Instead of overthinking your setbacks, just focus on moving forward.
No matter what it takes, even if it means becoming a devil, I have to push past my limits. If I can't get through this, then I'll never become the Wizard King. Right here, right now, I'm going to push past my limits!
Wake up to reality. Nothing ever goes as planned in this accursed world. The longer you live, the more you will realize that the only things that truly exist in this reality are merely pain, suffering, and futility. Listen. Everywhere you look in this world, wherever there is light, there will always be shadows to be found as well. As long as there is a concept of victors, the vanquished will also exist. The selfish intent of wanting to preserve peace initiates wars, and hatred is born in order to protect love. There are nexuses, causal relationships that cannot be separated. Normally. For truly this reality is a hell.
Everything that you thought had meaning, every hope, dream, or moment of happiness, none of it matters as you lie bleeding out on the battlefield. None of it changes what a speeding rock does to a body. We all die. But does that mean our lives are meaningless? Does that mean that there was no point in our being born? Would you say that of our slain comrades? What about their lives? Were they meaningless? They were not! Their memory serves as an example to us all! The courageous fallen, the anguished fallen. Their lives have meaning because we, the living, refuse to forget them! And as we ride to certain death, we trust our successors to do the same for us! Because my soldiers do not buckle or yield when faced with the cruelty of this world! My soldiers push forward! My soldiers scream out! My soldiers rage!
Give up? There was a time in my life when I might have given up, but that's all behind me now!
I'll prove it. Show them all. Show them? Prove what?
That even if you're bored, a commoner and an orphan, you can still become the Wizard King. My magic is never giving up! I get it. You were tricked. You couldn't protect the ones you loved. And everything you once believed in was lost. You're dealing with so many crazy feelings you can't stand it anymore. But that's why I have to tell you this. Don't you dare give up again! All you've ever done is give up! Instead of facing your problems, you locked yourself away and hid in the darkness because you thought it was the easiest thing to do! You had the guts to make everything else happen right! You did that! Maybe you weren't chosen, maybe no one wanted you, and maybe you can't be forgiven! But you still have to stand your ground without making excuses for yourself!
You think comfort is your friend, but it's your worst enemy? All this modern nonsense, easy living, endless distractions, it's designed to make you weak, to strip you of the will to fight. You sit there wasting time, letting the world convince you that taking it easy is the way to go. But listen to me. That's the path to mediocrity.
I will not be distracted from this anymore. I won't! It will take more than head games to stop me. You may have invaded my mind and my body, but there's one thing a Saiyan always keeps. His pride! Ah! Ah!
You weren't born to be soft. You weren't born to hide from challenges. Every moment you spend in comfort is a moment lost in becoming who you were meant to be. Get up. Push yourself beyond what you think is possible. And reject the lies that tell you to take it easy.
The world wants you to stay in that safe little bubble, to believe that it's enough to just get by. But that's not who you are. You've got more inside you. Something that can only be unleashed when you step out of that comfort zone.
Without suffering, you won't achieve a damn thing. You think greatness comes easy? Think again. You have to endure relentless challenges, face pain head-on, and push through the darkest moments. The road is brutal, filled with obstacles and hardships, and that's where true growth happens. You want to be successful? Then you need to embrace every ounce of struggle and torment. It's not about avoiding the pain, it's about charging straight into it and emerging on the other side. Remember, without suffering, there's no victory. So brace yourself for the fight and tackle every challenge with everything you've got.